In the heart of an ancient cave, shadows cast by flickering light danced ominously. A group of figures, the peers, sat bound in chains, their faces pale and vacant, eyes fixed on shadows distorting across the stone wall. From the shadows behind them, slow, deliberate footsteps echoed. James emerged, his face illuminated by an otherworldly glow spilling from the cave's distant mouth. In his hand, a tablet glowed softly with the unmistakable orange B of Bitcoin. James paused, surveying the bound figures with equal parts pity and determination. His heartbeat echoed in the silence, resonating with the cave's somber atmosphere. With a resolute step, James moved closer, the glow of the tablet casting a determined light on his face as he prepared to speak to his bound companions. James's voice trembled with passion as he spoke to the peers, declaring his return and the transformation he had undergone. The peers stirred only slightly, exchanging glances while remaining transfixed by the shadowy wall before them. With urgency, James knelt and placed the tablet in the faint glow of the flickering flame, the Bitcoin logo flashing, pulsing softly in the dark. Some peers laughed nervously, while others leaned forward, curiosity beginning to glimmer through their doubt. The peers sat quietly, processing James's words, their doubt palpable, yet curiosity beginning to glimmer through their skeptical eyes. One of them, skepticism etched across their face, questioned the promise of Bitcoin, casting doubt on the assurances from the outside world. James, undeterred, stepped closer, his voice soft yet resolute, as he explained Bitcoin not as a trick, but as a tool for freedom and autonomy. As James spoke of a world free from fear and control, the peers murmured more loudly, their chains rattling as curiosity began to outweigh doubt. A faint melody began to build in the background, hopeful, fragile, but ascending. James lifted the tablet again, the Bitcoin logo reflecting faint light on the walls. My friends, when I broke free, the world outside was overwhelming, vast, bright, beautiful. But I came back for you because I couldn't enjoy that freedom knowing you were still here. Bitcoin is not just about money, it's about peace. It's the end of control through debt. It's the end of conflict created by greed. It's the first step toward something bigger than all of us, a universal peace. Another peer, younger and with wide, cautious eyes, began to turn. The rattling of chains filled the air as heads slowly turned toward James, the growing interest almost palpable. A younger peer, eyes wide with caution, asked if the freedom James spoke of was real. James, his smile growing more confident, affirmed the reality of the freedom he had found. He urged them to choose it, to release their chains, and to step into the light. The peers exchanged glances, their faces a mixture of doubt and burgeoning hope. Some murmured in uncertainty, while others, just a few, began to rise, trembling as they tested the strength of their chains. Among the peers, a few stood, their expressions a blend of fear and hope, as they contemplated James's offer and the promise of the light beyond the cave. James extended his free hand towards the peers, hope illuminating his features as he made his final plea for them to join him. He urged them to join him, to see the world beyond the cave walls, to walk with him into the light where they could decide their own futures, using Bitcoin as their key to freedom and a better life. Among the peers, a few stood, their expressions a mixture of fear and hope, contemplating James's offer and the promise of the light beyond the cave. The peers exchanged glances, doubt and burgeoning hope etched across their faces as they weighed the decision to follow James into the unknown. James watched, hope unwavering in his eyes, as he awaited the peers' decision, ready to lead them towards a brighter future. Several peers rose, the light from the cave's mouth spilling brighter, illuminating their drawn but intrigued faces. As James turned, leading the small group toward the luminous glow at the edge of the darkness, the remaining figures watched, conflicted but intrigued. James and his newfound followers approached the mouth of the cave. The light intensified, swallowing their silhouettes as they stepped beyond the shadows. The music swelled, a crescendo of hope, as the screen faded to white, leaving a final image, the Bitcoin logo, pulsing softly like a heartbeat.